What is up guys, it's your boy Solam here, back with another video for Classic WoW Hardcore. Today we're going to look at the most important add-ons for Classic WoW Hardcore after dying once at level 54 as well as getting another character from level 1 to level 60 just 2 weeks after that first character died. These add-ons helped me out massively along the way, and I'm here to share them with you today. I have other videos talking about other add-ons that are useful, such as user interface upgrades, logout skip add-ons for efficiency, add-ons to help you level faster and manage your spells, but today we're looking at something completely different, and to keep this video to the point, I'll be highlighting what I personally consider to be the top 3 most important add-ons to have for hardcore Classic WoW. This way, for those of you who don't like to have too many add-ons, consider these 3 to be your must-haves, and then you can add any other optional ones on top if you so choose. Before that though, let's do a quick recap on what hardcore servers actually are. For those of you who might be a little bit too late to the party, hardcore servers are one life servers that are coming to Classic era, where when you die you are basically a permanent ghost on that server. In short, you have one life, so survival means just about everything. I will also say that I am streaming hardcore both on the PTR, and I will be participating in the leveling race on the actual hardcore servers when they do come out, and you can find a link to my Twitch in the video description. So let's get into it. Add-on number 1 is Unit Scan. This one is absolutely insane, and if there is one add-on that I would recommend, it is Unit Scan. What this add-on will do is allow you to manually put in mobs into the add-on, which it will then automatically scan for, and play a sound when that mob is nearby. You can customize the sound based on which sound you want played and the volume of it as well, so it's very customizable, and it will basically alert you of the presence of any dangerous mob that you personally put into the add-on. This makes it so you know exactly which mobs you are scanning for, and it also means that it won't be popping off 24/7 unless you make it scan for every single mob or rare in the game. By only putting in actual dangerous mobs, it won't be popping too often, but it will save your life on many occasions. Some mobs that are worth knowing about and putting into the unit scan are, for example, Stitches and Moladum in Duskwood, both of which have claimed many lives in hardcore, as well as Taramus, the elite drake in Blasted Lands, and Devil Sores from the Ungor Equator. It might also be worth adding King Mosh from the Ungor Equator as well, because pulling him will pretty much result in certain death. One thing to keep in mind for unit scan is that you might want to put in the exact names of the mobs that you want to scan for, just to be safe, so for example /unit scan Taramus the Devourer, instead of just /unit scan Taramus. How good this add-on is for hardcore really cannot be stated enough. It will save your life over and over again, and it will also make it so that you don't have to constantly think about your surroundings, and you don't have to think about will there be a Devil Sword around me right now, or will it suddenly pop up behind me. You can just play the game normally, and then wait until unit scan alerts you by playing a sound. Additionally, I will do you guys a solid and add a bunch of names that you can actually add to your unit scan in the video description, so you can download unit scan and simply copy those lines into your game and then get right into the leveling process. Add-on number 2 is a Rare Scanner. This is basically just like unit scan, but instead of scanning for mobs that you manually put into the add-on, this one will scan for every single rare in the game and alert you upon their presence. In addition, you will be able to see their spawn locations for every single rare on your map as well. This can be very useful for several reasons, like some mobs can actually drop pretty good loot, but mostly I included this one because some rares can be incredibly dangerous, and you need to be aware of where they can be. What I usually do here is that I open my map upon entering a new zone, and just take a quick look at all the rare spawn locations just so I know where they can spawn. and additionally by clicking on the rare spawn you can show additional spawn locations plus the pathing route, so you know the entire area where you need to be aware of that mob. Rare Scanner combined with Unit Scan will help you avoid any dangerous mobs in the open world, which is a big reason why a lot of people die during their leveling process in the hardcore journey, and I've actually seen people die to some of these mobs at level 60, because dangerous mobs in higher level zones like Ungoro and Silithus are very dangerous. Now the last add-on that I will highlight today is RestedXP. Having a leveling guide or a leveling add-on is incredibly helpful, as it will take you from level 1 to level 60 without you needing to do any guesswork on whether or not the quest you're doing is actually worth doing. Everything is done for you and all you have to do is follow a guide. For example, on my first hardcore character, I did what I call a blind run, aka a run where I did not follow any guide or search up any quest on Wowhead, and basically learning by doing, and I died at level 54 by attempting a quest that was marked as a level 55 quest, but was apparently a very difficult quest that people usually do at level 59. If I had followed RestedXP, that guide would have told me to skip this quest, and I would have not died. So if you are like me and you're not a leveling expert, do yourself a favor and get yourself a guide made by professional hardcore levelers. That way you can literally save your character. In addition, the leveling guides from RestedXP are incredibly fast. Referring back to my Warlock, which I leveled without any guides, it took me 157 hours to get to level 54. On my hardcore Druid, where I followed RestedXP, getting to level 54 took me 129 hours, effectively saving me 28 hours while also helping me level and stay alive throughout the leveling process. Even though RestedXP does offer paid leveling guides and not everyone wants to pay for a leveling guide, in my opinion, it is definitely worth it. Just to save those 24-8 hours while leveling, if the guide costs you, for example, 28 bucks, that means if you have a job that pays you more than $1 per hour, you are literally saving yourself time by working a little bit extra before hardcore service comes out, and then buy that guide and save yourself those hours while you're leveling. Additionally, RestedXP has just launched an ultra-safe leveling guide specifically for these hardcore servers, with the sole intention of getting you to level 60 as safely as possible. So if you're doubting your own ability to get to level 60 by questing normally, that one might be worth checking out as well. You can find a link to RestedXP down below in the video description, and the good thing is that before you make a decision on whether or not to buy any of their guides, you can literally try it out for free. Just sign up with my link down below, and if you later decide to purchase a guide, you can even use the code Solheim to get a discount. And that's pretty much what I have for you today. Hopefully these add-ons help you get to level 60 on the official hardcore servers, and with that being said, I will see you in game.